Hey, this is Classic. You're listening to the Vibes Master, Chris Wilby, on Caribbean Vibes Radio.
Jesus, bigger than what people say. I hear them talking, I hear them running up their mouth. But you're bigger than what people say.
Jacksonville, Florida, listening to Caribbean Vibes Radio Network with the big bad will be playing.
Let me tell you again. Them put him on the cross, him bigger than that. Grave couldn't hold him bigger than that. Raised from the dead, him bigger than that. Him bigger, bigger, bigger than that. So him big like the world, him bigger than that. The whole universe, him bigger than that. So infinite, him bigger than that. Bigger, bigger, bigger than that. What a God big! None to compare. You alone, God.
Nobody can put him in a no box. Not even they put a hole in the grave. 1, 2, 3, and the third day in grace. Confess and repent, and you must get saved.
Yes, Jesus bigger, he's bigger, yes, he's bigger, all right, he's bigger than what anybody say. I want to say good afternoon to you and you and you. How are you doing this afternoon? It's a beautiful, beautiful day right here on Cape Cod, of course. You know, that's where I'm broadcasting from, the studios of Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. You can find us on the World Wide Web at www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. You can also find us on TuneIn. Yeah, you can find us on TuneIn. We're broadcasting live right now on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. So you can check us out as we continue with the show. It is the Divine Praise Gospel Show. My name is Chris Wilby. I'm going to be here with you for the next 2 hours. It's 2 hours of gospel music and words of inspiration. I do hope that at the end of this program you would have learned something and you would have been inspired. So don't hesitate right now to tell a friend that Chris Wilby is live on the radio. We are also streaming live to nrpmediaja.com over there in Christiana, Jamaica. Good afternoon to you, those of you tuning in down there in Jamaica. How are you doing? 9 minutes after 6 o'clock. We have a lot to unpack here in this year's show. We have a little topic that we want to talk about later on, and I do hope that you will participate. I do hope. I am asking for your participation in this topic. We will discuss that later on. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's get the show on the road.
Hello, hello, radio listeners. Hello there. How about joining the Weekends Gospel Show this and every Friday at 9 p.m. and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Jamaica time, right here on the National Religious Partnership Media at Radio Broadcasting on nrpmediaja.com. Also stream live on the All of Pearl Radio, Richest Clarendon, Jamaica, on Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. Caribbean with a K, of course. Streaming live out of Massachusetts in the United States of America. Facebook Live at Leo Nash or NRP Media JA. And of course, on UnityRadioFM.com in New York City. Come for the music, the prayers, the interviews and reviews, and of course, your birthday corner and much, much more. Join the original and official Blessed Up Man, Leo Nash himself, as he makes these revolutionary links and partnering media organizations. Join the family of NRP Radio on nrpmediaja.com. Reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations.
Daughters and sons far away. I'm calling you. Yeah, man, it's a worldwide thing, you know. Talmi Jilla representing for KVR Radio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. Welcome. Good afternoon to you. 15 minutes after 6 o'clock. Make sure that you are sending out the link, those of you on the YouTube channel, those of you on Facebook. I want to say good afternoon to you also. Those of you watching me on Facebook, just in case you get cut off of Facebook, we know how Facebook roll. The link is also there for you to join us live on our YouTube channel. Yeah, you can also listen in live on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. That's www.CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. Good afternoon, Mr. Leon Nash. How are you doing, my brother? I am aware of what's happening. Gonna give you a talk when we have a chance, but I'm aware of what is happening. All right, take it easy. So, right now, as I said before, it's now 16 minutes after. It's a cool 53 degrees right here on Cape Cod. And a little bit of information where the weather is concerned. We are going to be getting, we're supposed to be getting a little bit of showers tomorrow. It's going to be a high of 58. Today was a low of 46 and a high of 60. Right now it is 53. Tomorrow is going to be a low 44, high 58, low 50. High 59 on Tuesday, low of 59, high of 66 rather on Wednesday, and on Thursday there's gonna be a low of 55 and a high of 69 degrees. It will be partly cloudy. Matter of fact, we are gonna have more sunshine than clouds from Tuesday into Thursday. We do not have the weekend forecast just yet, but looks like it's going to be a decent week, yeah, right up where I like it to be, the temperature-wise, yeah, so not bad at all, except for tomorrow. The temperature, the weather is going to be a little bit iffy. It's supposed to get a little bit of rain, but apart from that, it's going to be nice. The temperature is going to be nice. Now, I would like to hear from you. How is it in your neck of the woods? How is it going in your neck of the woods? What is your temperature like? Give me an update and let me know what is happening in your neck of the woods. All right, let me know what is happening in your neck of the woods. In the meantime, I'm gonna go back to some more music, but at 7 o'clock this evening we're gonna be talking a little bit about what we growing up. We know that in Jamaica, we have to talk about Jamaica because I'm a Jamaican born and grown, you know. So in Jamaica, we used to go to some very strict churches. So yesterday, I was watching my good friend Lady D on her Saturday morning runnings, and she had a very interesting topic, and I told her I would borrow it for this evening because I kind of liked the topic, and so I got permission to borrow a few lines from her. And she was talking. Some of what she was talking about was pretty much what happened in the past, where one of the things that got my attention was the kind of clothing that were not allowed in church, and especially as kids, boy, a lot of people got reprimanded for doing some stuff, wearing some, and I wouldn't even say it's not revealing at all. Those clothes was never revealing, but certain kind of garments, certain things you could not have done back then. Yeah, you couldn't wear makeup, you couldn't wear nothing, not even a lip balm. Some churches wouldn't allow you to wear. Could wear pants. Some churches still don't allow you, the women, to wear pants. You couldn't do your hair. Some churches, if you do your hair, it would be a problem. So, we're going to talk about that later on in the program, and I hope to hear your discussion. You can send me your voice note on 508-762-7621. 508-762-7621. Let us hear what you have to say. Did you go through any kind of ridicule as a child? Did you go through any any kind of ridicule? I saw some stories. I personally never went through anything. I think some of the churches are sexist when you look back at it, because most of the things that happen, is the women. They come down and think about it. The women are not supposed to do anything to their hair. They're not supposed to process the hair. The women are not supposed to wear makeup. The women are supposed to wear long frocks down to your ankle. The women are not supposed to. And it's all about the women. What did the men, what were the rules of engagement for the men? So if you want to talk to me, send me a voice note if you're afraid to call me, because I know that some of you are afraid to talk on the air, for whatever reason, But if you're afraid to call me, later on, we're going to be doing that at 7 o'clock, right? Just after 7 o'clock, we're going to be having that discussion. All right, so think of it right now and think of some of your experiences, some of your reprimands. Were you embarrassed as a child growing up? Like if you have a concert and you're going in, I can tell you so many things that I saw. You know what I mean? So many things that I saw growing up in Jamaica in the churches where they, I would have to say, the women, the female were embarrassed. The females were embarrassed a lot of times growing up. If you are, I'll give you one quick story or one quick scenario. If you had an altar call and as a Christian, as a non-Christian, you are going up to the altar for prayer, you would have some people coming with their little kerchief, and coming to cover your head because you're not supposed to be in, that kind of thing, The little old ladies, they would come, take out the little kerchief and cover your head because, you're supposed to be in reverence to the Lord when you go at the altar. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that and much, much more. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Come on, everybody, get your feet happy. Let's go. Come on. Where my islanders? Can some of y'all run down here to the front real quick? I gotta know who's in the building. Where my islanders? I need y'all to run down here. Come on, let me see you.
welcome, Sister Pat. How are you doing, my sister? Good to see you. Sister Pat was first out the gate this evening, I noticed that. Normally, it is Barbara. Barbara is normally the first one in the house. Sister Pat beat you to it this evening, Sister Barbara.
Where y'all at? Come on, come on.
I see Sister Grace is here. Good evening to you, Sister Grace.
Please say it. You are the God of miracles.
First Lady Yvette is in the house.
You are the God of wonder. You are the God of wonder. You are the God of power. You are the God of power. I believe, say it. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. Say it, y'all. I believe. I believe. Come on, let your feet get heavy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Somebody make some noise in here.
is now 29 minutes after 6 o'clock. How is it going in your neck of the woods? What time is it in your country? What time is it in, what's the weather like in your area? Atlanta, Georgia. I need a weather report from Atlanta, Georgia. The weather report from Connecticut. Jamaica. I need a weather report from Jamaica. Talk to me, talk to me. What's happening? D and I. I almost said D and G, you know. D and G. Denos and Geddies. Juliet. What's up? What's happening? What's happening? Bahamas in the house. Don't forget to share the link. Share the link, share the link, share the link.
Listen, right? Step up, get ready, ready. Wake up, be ready, ready. Get your heart in order. Time is getting shorter. Oh, when you be caught up in the air to meet the Lord in the sky. So when the trumpet goes, so far the trumpet to the sky. So Lord, I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Well, let's take a jump in the right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, take a jump. Over there, over there, hey. Over there, over there. Over there, over there. I can see the promise I had.
D and I means Dante. Means Dante and Ingrid.
My Jesus is coming back for yes,
Hey Dante, how are you doing?
I'm focused on you. Only you, yeah, can show me the way. You believe that? My eyes, your eyes are focused on you. Hey, Father, you, Father, you. Take a jump at me, let me go. 1, 2, everybody. Hey, over there, over there. Hey, hey, over there, over there. Over there, over there. I can see the promise now.
Jerusalem, ikayalami.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Ilondoloze, uhambe nami.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ungangishilana.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilondoloze,
Are you feeling the vibes just yet? No, let me know when you're feeling it. Let me know when you're feeling it. Right? If you're not feeling it just yet, I can turn up the tempo just a little bit. I can turn the temperature up a little bit. I can crack it just a little bit. Are you feeling the heat? It is Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. The show is Divine Praise. Somebody say it's your big bad station. It's your big bad DJ. Playing all the big bad songs. Ouch. I love it, I love it, I love it. Sunday evening gospel. It is 2 hours. Gospel music, words of inspiration, and a little something extra. Jerusalem.
buso wami awukholana ilondoloze
Daughters and sons far away. I'm calling you. Yeah, man, it's a worldwide thing, you know. Talmagilla representing the KVR radio.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami.
You know, I see some things going on. Sometimes you just have to scratch your head and wonder. I see some things going on down in Jamaica, and I am like, boy, I tell you, it has some things that's been in the headline have people talking, as they would say, tongues wagging. And you just have to wonder. What is happening? Now, I see in the headlines where they're saying that the Ministry of Health is now carrying out some form of some courses, I guess, teaching people how to be sanitary, how to prepare food in a sanitary way, and all kinds of stuff, because of you all know what happened a few weeks ago at Heroes Circle. So the question that I have, and I'm very, very serious, you know, the question that I have is, Jamaicans really do not know cleanliness. It's not a statement, it's a question. It sounds like a statement, but it's a question. Jamaicans really do not know cleanliness? Yeah, let me phrase it in a question form. We don't know that you cannot have a bathroom in the place where you're preparing food. We don't know that if you're preparing food, you're supposed to wash your hands. We don't know that you're supposed to have proper sanitary conveniences. We don't know all of that. I thought we all knew that growing up. But now I'm realizing that there's a lot of Jamaicans who are just downright nasty. Just downright nasty and disgusting. And why I say that is the fact that when this video came out and started circulating, we had people defending, literally, I could not believe it, people defending the action of the perpetrator. Could not believe it. So now the Ministry of Health is going around, I think, I don't know, I'm at a loss. So now we have to go back to basics to teach people cleanliness? Really? Is that where we are in the country? We gotta be teaching grown people not to defecate. It is 6:38. Lord have mercy.
I say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speak to me, with my whole heart I
This one here is from Mr. Chosen.
my answer will be yes, Lord, yes.
Come on, send down the rest.
I say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I agree, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. I Mr. Send down the rain, I Mr. Send down the rain, I Mr. Send down the gospel rain. I Mr. Send down the rain, I Mr. Send down the rain, I Mr. Send down the gospel rain. Again, I Mr. Send down the rain. Come on, people. Send down the rain. I Mr. Send down the gospel rain. I Mr. Send down the rain. Send down the rain. Send down the gospel rain. Send it down. I want a revival in my soul. Yes, Lord. I want a revival in my soul. I must oblige to the blood of Jesus. Send down. I want a revival in my soul. I want a revival in my soul. Yes. I want a revival in my soul.
My.
I must oblige to the blood of Jesus and get a revival in my soul. I'm going up right now on the rough side of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it in. Yes, Lord. I'm going up on the rough side of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it in. Again, boy. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord. I saw the light. Again, I saw the light.
My.
I saw the light. No more in darkness.
Let's go to church. Let's go to church, everybody.
Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord. I saw the light. Stand up and tell me if you love my Jesus. Stand up and tell me if you love my Lord. I want to know if you love my Jesus. I want to know if you love my Lord. Stand up and tell me if you love my Jesus. Stand up and tell me if you love my Lord. I want to know if you love the Almighty. I want to know if you love my Lord. Just a sweet old sweet chariot stopping. Let me ride, 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 stopping. Let me ride. Oh, sweet old sweet chariot stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Stop, stopping.
So it seems as if I'm gonna have to give my take on that situation there, because I see that Ingrid is giving her opinion on what I spoke about earlier on that topic there. So Ingrid said that the government should have provided that for the people that's there. The mere fact that they've been there for so long and the ministry didn't do anything before now is a shame on them. I have a take on that. And I'm going to respond in just a moment. Stand by.
I miss it, don't you trouble Zion. Stop, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, whoa. Sweet chariot stopping. let me ride, stopping, let me ride, stop. My Jesus, I want to know if you love my Lord. Stand up and tell me if you love my Jesus. Stand up and tell me if you love my Lord. I want to know if you love the Almighty. I want to know if you love my Lord. Just a sweet old sweet chariot stopping. Let me ride, 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 stopping. Let me ride. Oh, sweet old sweet chariot stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Stop, 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 stopping. Stop, stop, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride. Whoa, sweet old sweet chariot stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me whoa. Mr. Sweet old sweet chariot stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Let me ride, stopping. Stop, stop, stopping. Stop, stop, stopping. Let me ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 6:45, and we're going to give you some weather report coming to you from out of Jamaica, courtesy of NRP Media JA.
National Meteorological Service of Jamaica is reporting that there's a significant feature of a weak trough across Jamaica. The trough continues to linger across the island through to late Tuesday. Thereafter, a high-pressure system builds across the Central Caribbean. Expect an increase in cloudy conditions with showers and thunderstorms, mainly across eastern and north-central parishes, from late Monday through to Wednesday. In the 24-hour forecast, tonight becoming fair. Tomorrow morning, isolated showers possible across north, central, and eastern parishes, sunny elsewhere. Tomorrow afternoon, becoming partly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms, especially across southern parishes. Nighttime showers across north, central, and eastern parishes. In terms of our 3-day outlook, let's get to that. The Met Service says that after tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday through to Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday, morning showers and isolated thunderstorms across north, central, and eastern parishes. Afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms, especially across southern and northeastern parishes. Lingering nighttime showers across north, central, and eastern parishes. Windy on the north coast. On Thursday, morning showers and isolated thunderstorms across north, central, and eastern parishes. Partly cloudy elsewhere. Partly cloudy in the afternoon, windy on the north coast. And in terms of other current regional weather features, the Hurricane Tammy is currently located at 190 kilometers north of Anguilla. An area of low pressure across the southwestern Caribbean Sea has also a medium chance of cyclone development within the next 2 days. In terms of the temperatures expected for Kingston and Montego Bay tonight, 25 degrees Celsius. That's a report from Jamaica.
That was a weather report coming to you courtesy of National Religious Partnership Media and Radio, and broadcast right here on Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. Thank you very much, Mr. Leon Nash, for that. All right, so it's now 6:49, and let me just I'm going to respond a little bit to something that Ingrid said, and then we're going to move into the next phase of the program. Now, Ingrid was responding to what I said earlier about the people doing despicable things in Jamaica. One of the things that kind of get to me is when we try to put politics into everything and we blame government on everything that happened, even the basic things. And let me get to the wider argument that I want to make on this issue. I wasn't prepared to elaborate on it, but seeing that we're here, I may as well do. One of the things we have to remember is that right across Jamaica, we have cook shops, we have shops, we have people doing stuff, we have people selling things. This has been a part of our culture for ever. I don't even want to say for decades. It has been ingrained in our society. It's impossible for the government, whoever is in power, this has nothing to do with the Jamaica Labour Party, because these people at Hero Circle have been there for over 50 years, as far as I am told. You can do your own research. These crab vendors and soup vendors and whatever, they've been in that space for a very, very long time. So, yes, not saying that government should not have provided facility, or private sector, whoever developed the place should not have provided facilities, the proper sanitary facilities for these people. That goes without saying. I am, however, appalled that we are now excusing nastiness across the country. We're finding so much excuse for these things, and sometimes it is political because people just want to blame government for everything. The man in Ocho Rios, the man in Morant Bay, the man in wherever, Negril, the soup vendor on the side of the road, making his living. We all know that it's not going to be 100% clean. It's not going to be like, coming out of the restaurant. But people support them, and people expect them to at least practice the basic hygiene. We do not expect government to provide a bathroom for every one of these guys. Every shop that hitch up on the corner of the road, we do not expect the government to provide sanitary convenience for these people. What I do expect, however, is that these people are going to be performing the basic level of sanitation. It is not rocket science to say you cannot defecate in the space that you're providing food. No government can teach you that. And with the video that came out, the woman, this wasn't her first rodeo. This was a regular thing. One of the things is that she did not want to lose any sale. So she had to do whatever she had to do within this space. That is inexcusable. We cannot go down that road of defending these kinds of behavior. We just can't. we expect people to behave like normal, rational human beings. That is not a behavior that I expect from any Jamaican. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it because I couldn't believe a Jamaican would do stuff like that. Would you do stuff like that? Anybody who is excusing it, would you do stuff like that? Do you think that it is the government's fault why she did what she did, or why anybody would want to do whatever they did? Yes, the government, I have to give them some blame. They bear some responsibility. I accept that. But when we are going to turn around and just blame the government, a blanket statement, the government's fault. Come on. So if you blame the government for not providing resources, and therefore it is that reason why the woman was able to do what she did within that space, now you're saying that everybody who is selling on the side of the road, or everybody who have a cook shop and don't have a bathroom, it is reasonable for us to believe that they should be able to do that within that space. That's my take on the whole situation. What's your take? If you want to talk about it, you can give me a call. It's 6:55. So, let me move on here. Go back to a little bit of music, and then we're gonna move to the next feature in the program.
Come quick, 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 come quick. Get up and praise the King. Years I spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified, knowing that it was for me He died at Calvary. Mercy there was great and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. All the way to Calvary. All away and He pardoned me. Although I had so many sins, Jesus washed them all away and He pardoned me. At the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burdens of my heart rolled away. It was there by faith I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. Hey, sweet Jesus, what a wonder you are. You are brighter than the morning star. Yes, you are fairer, much fairer than the...
So those of you who follow Lady D would have known that she hosts a program on Saturday mornings called Saturday Morning Runnings. Not Saturday, Saturday Morning Runnings, where she talk about cultural issues and stuff like that, especially from the Caribbean and Jamaica. Well, yesterday she had a very she was talking about the church, and she called it the feature Church Worries. That was her topic. She said Church Worries. Now I picked up on a few of the topics that she was discussing, but it pretty much had to do with stuff that happened within the church. But one of the things I picked up on was the things that women couldn't get away with doing in church. And now I want to throw it out to you guys. Do you have any stories? Have you ever been reprimanded in church for stuff that you did or did not do, especially in terms of your attire? Have you ever been reprimanded or turned away from church because of how you were dressed? Not having a hat on was one. Sleeveless dress was another. Your hairstyle, was it inappropriate? Your dress was too short. Too much makeup. Your hairstyle, whatever it is. Are some of these, have you experienced any of these? Did you experience any of these growing up? And if you did, what was your experience? How did the situation affected you? How did it affect you? Some people turn back, I don't know where I talk about. Some people turn back because they got roughed up in church from the elders. And when I say elders, I don't necessarily mean pastors. I mean, the elder folks. So I'm going to see if I can, let me see if I can pick up where Lady D was discussing this thing yesterday. Where is it? Church Warriors. And I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Then we can have a discussion. You can call me, you can send me your story. You can send me, you can call me if you want to. The number is there. It's 774-408-8860. Call me and let's talk about it. Did these churches go overboard with some of what they were doing? Now here is Lady D and her team discussing some of the issues.
Right, so they get hot, and it's a big thing. It almost becomes controversial, about that. So then there is your attire, then there is the posture about whether you must kneel or stand up to pray.
Stand up in prayer.
Granted, we know that there are so many scriptures to support the kneeling, and all that. So,
but the obvious one, yeah, the obvious one that is a big one is the wearing of hats and the covering of the head for the women.
Yes.
Yeah, some churches you cannot go in there and your head is not covered. I know one. I have a. Oh Lord, let me not give up. Let me just stay on the border.
Yes.
I know of a church where they're so strict. You just cannot go in there even for a midweek service. You're not talking about big Sunday service for them. Say, well, okay, it's a big service or whatever. You're talking about if you're just popping in during the week, you have to have your head covered. And if somebody is visiting, I don't know, have a head covering. Let me tell you, man,
becomes a problem.
It's like the biggest sin you commit. They look at you till you feel like you just want to come out.
And
okay, well,
go ahead, Max.
What I was going to say is that I grew up in the Seventh Adventist Church, believe it or not. I grew up in Seventh Adventist Church, and people went to church bareheaded. Young folks didn't really wear hats. The older women would wear a hat, but if you were, but what I do know, if you were taking part, so you were going up on the pulpit to take part, to conduct the sound service, to pray, to do anything, they wanted you to have your head covered. Whether it was going to be a hat or a mantilla, something, but they had to have your head covered. Otherwise, out in the congregation, you could be bareheaded. So everybody has a difference.
Yeah, what was the difference?
I don't know.
Between
being in the congregation, being on the pulpit. I guess they regard the pulpit as a higher place, and I don't know if that's how they see it, but they would require that you wear a hat when you're going on the pulpit to do any sort of performance, especially if you were going to be up there for a long. If you're just going up there to sing, but if you were taking part per se, like you're going to sit on the roster with the rest of the people who are going to be taking part for the day in the service, you had to have your head covered as a female. And, they also in the Adventist church, they don't believe in pants wearing. No, they do, because I went to West Indies College. That's where I graduated from. West Indies College, all know it's an Adventist college. It was West Indies College, then it's now University of the West Indies or whatever.
Northern Caribbean.
Yes.
University.
Northern Caribbean, yes.
Yeah, one of my sister-in-law went there. Yeah.
And when I was there, you couldn't wear pants, you couldn't wear sleeveless. And I was shocked when I went back to Jamaica a few years ago, and of course recently too, that the students are not allowed to wear pants. They can't wear tights, but you can wear jeans pants and other regular pants, but it has to be of a certain fit. It can't be too skinny fit, like stick to your body. But they're allowed to wear pants. Now, when I was there was no such thing. You couldn't wear short dresses or sleeveless. So, as the generation changes, as the generation changes, so does the attire for church and for worshiping. Because I noticed here in America too, people wear pants to church, and I was shell-shocked the first time I went to a church and saw people in pantsuits. Because back where we are from in Jamaica, we know that you're going to be wearing a dress of a certain length, and it has to have sleeve, no sleeveless. So that's another thing. So it seems to me that the apparel is a big thing in churches. It's a very outstanding subject, so to speak.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing. It's the same thing that goes with whether or not you perm your hair. Back in the day, for me, you couldn't perm your hair, you couldn't straighten your hair, you couldn't even put on powder on your face, you couldn't wear nail polish. None of that stuff.
All these things,
you couldn't do none of that. When I look at even my graduation photos, I say, Lord have mercy, these girls nowadays, when they're graduating, them have
they go and get their shots done.
Them have them appointment to get.
Yes, man.
We literally were lined up and inspected. You couldn't put all. I'm telling you, oh God, you look here. When knowledge increase, then we just have to go. It's the same with my church in Jamaica, Maxine. You couldn't wear pants and all of that stuff. Perm your hair, none of that. No, free and clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Let us acknowledge our guests. As always, guess who was first in line this morning?
Hermin, man. Morning, Hermin.
Not bewildered.
It's not. It's Aldit.
Aldit is bewildered.
Aldit not come yet.
Welcome, Hermin. So last week, you all know that I nearly dropped off my chair, and I was talking about Papa's.
You get the gist of. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I was my microphone was off. I was trying to talk with I don't know why I keep doing that. Anyway, you get the gist of what the discussion was like, and it went on for a very long time, and they were discussing the attire, and I came away from that discussion because there was even one section where one of the ladies spoke about an experience where they got their hair pressed, as we call it in Jamaica, where you used to use the iron, and they got water thrown at them because of it and all that stuff, So, what's your take on the situation where people used to not be able to wear what they wanted to wear to church? It was a thing where, boy, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, you couldn't it, and because remember, the pastors back in the day, they wielded a certain amount of power, and the people really wanted to be in church, they would suspend you, You got, what was the term they call it? Put a backbench for not doing certain things. Yeah? If you're like for my church, I grew up in the ground of True Church of God in St. Thomas, and I grew up in that body of church. And I remember if the mother is a Christian, this is one example that I remember. If the mother is a Christian and the child, say a teenager, or maybe if not a teenager, but a young, the woman's child, living in her house, if that child would get pregnant, no, Mark, this is not the person. You're an evangelist in the church. You are a mother in the church. And your child living with you, irrespective of the age of the child, living with you, gets pregnant out of wedlock, you would have to, quote unquote, step down because you could not, it was frowned upon. I don't know what, some of the rules that, looking back at them, they were very weird. So they had to step out of, and for that period of time that the child was pregnant, you could not take part in the church. So those are some of the things that used to happen back then. You couldn't wear makeup. You couldn't wear lip balm. You couldn't wear pants. You couldn't process your hair. You couldn't wear earring. It was just like washing your face, just soap and water. That's it. And, there's a lot of things. And I remember. But anyway, I don't want to drag it out too long. I would like you to share your experience, if you have any, growing up in Jamaica. Do you have any of these experiences growing up in Jamaica? Let me know, and we can discuss it. Send me a voice note if you don't want to talk about. If you don't want to call me, you can send me a voice note. Send me a voice note on 508-762-7621. I say again, 508-762-7621. 508-762-7621. That's the voice note, the WhatsApp line. Or you can call me at 774 680 what's the number again? I'm getting a little bit confused here with the number with the numbers. But anyway, you know the student number. Let's see if I can remember it right off the bat. I'll call me. In the meantime, I'll play some more music, and you can give me a call. Let me see if I can bring up this one here. This one here is very appropriate for the topic that we are discussing right now. Come on, Stefan. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Yeah. All right. And we're going to play this song, and you can call me in the meantime. 774-408-8860. Yes, that's the number. 774-408-8860. All right.
Dress moderately. Don't vex to this one. Sister, he's never got next Superman. Here you know. Some Christian lady a KFC slogan, advertising I don't know why. Every time them come in at the church, come pray, them a show a breast, leg and tie. Me a see, here breast, leg and tie. Come up, here breast, leg and tie. Every time some come in at the church, come pray, them a show a breast, leg and tie. Me a see, here breast, leg and tie. Come up, here breast, leg and tie. Every time them come in at the church, come pray, them a show a breast.
So it's 774-408-8860 for the live discussion if you want to take part. 774-408-8860. I guess say again, 774-408-8860.
So nothing don't jump out when you jump up. Me no say your skirt, them have to pass your ankle, but if you at least pass your knee cup, I'm not sure. Here breast, leg and tie. Come on.
Mr. Vassal, how are you?
Every time someone come in at the church, come
cool Manchester, right?
me a see. Here breast, leg and tie. Come on. Here breast, leg and tie. Every time them come in at the church, come pray, them a show a breast, leg and tie. Hey, if you don't save, that me understand. So you come as you are, nothing no wrong. But when you get saved and become Christian, put away KFC slogan. Hey, who if you start wear decent clothes, certain party your band, supposed to expose. Breast leg and tie them, the thing no fi show. So when you come a church and be a 19 a flow, you drop on the ground, everything out a door. Hey, me have a strong feelings, you don't know. Anytime you come a church and don't just put down, no love comes to the front row and a show. Be your breast leg and tie. Come on, be your breast leg and tie. Every time some come in at the church, come pray, them a show our breast leg and tie. Me I tell you, be your breast leg and tie. Look there, be your breast leg and tie. Every time some come in at the church, come pray, them a show our breast leg and tie. No man now buy what they can get for free. So stop advertising for KFC. Church sisters, start just moderately. If you can't do that thing, they go down for your knee. Me like when skirt they below knee level. Anything too short, we start attract devil. Since we fly down and pick your life, people make nobody get cross and get angry. Be your breast leg and tie, you don't know.
Hello, good evening. You are live on the radio. Talk to me.
Good evening, Vibes Master. This is Grace.
Hey, Grace, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Talk to me. You have a story, not you?
Oh, yes, I do. I have many,
Lord.
but I'm going to narrow it down.
Yes, man. Talk to me. Tell us.
I'm a PK, a preacher's kid, so I have many of these experiences, especially with the clothes and the requirement for you as a girl growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you have to be covered by your head. You have to be covered.
Mm-hmm.
You are not allowed to wear pants, herring. All those things are not allowed. Sometimes looking back on my old pictures when I was a teenager, I look like I was 50 years old. I'm older than I am now.
Yeah, I remember.
That's the realistic vibes that you are, of what you can do.
Yeah, and why do you believe? Because one of the things that the ladies brought up in the discussion, which is absolutely true, and you guys can go and check out the YouTube video, was the fact that when we were in Jamaica, we weren't allowed. Well, not we, it's the females. And that's why I say some of these things were sexist, some of these rules. Because the men could get away with almost anything. But that's a different story. You were not allowed to do all of these things. But if we had a visitor, for example, from abroad, they were allowed in the church with, and nobody would say anything to them if they wanted to wear their hair their head uncovered, or they straighten their hair. They would get a little bit of a excuse. So why was the double standard? What do you think?
Because there are certain values on Christians and Christian women. You are not supposed to be showing it's a sex appeal thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to adorn yourself accordingly, and certain things are to be shown to your significant other when you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the issue of men looking at you a certain kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And they automatically think that you are doing certain things if you dress a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not right.
What about the earrings though? Why? Wow. Why? What about the earrings? I never understand that part of it though.
Right. Because the earrings, I mean, you are a woman, you're female.
Right.
But I believe that part in the Bible where the women were wearing earrings and stuff, and then they made a golden calf.
Mm-hmm.
So the earring and jewelry, they don't allow it back then in church because it's like you're worshiping vanity.
Mm.
And I think that's how they look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the same people.
Before back then, you could know a Christian girl
Mm-hmm.
by just looking at them, the way they dress, the way they carry themselves. They look different from the norm. You could tell them apart.
Yeah, they look like old people.
Correct.
So Christian, I don't know. I don't. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it.
Yes, no problem.
All right. Anybody else have any stories to talk about? If you have anything that you want to talk about, what you think happened back then? Why were they so strict? Do you have any personal stories where, as I spoke about, where you got backbenched because you did something? People were at the altar kneeling for prayer, and people would come and take out their rags or their kerchief and cover their heads. I heard one of the ladies talking about them performing or going to perform or something like that, and one of them had a little chain around their necks, and somebody called them and took it off before they could go up there to perform, So some of these things were very drastic. People were embarrassed in church because the preachers believed that, or not even the preachers alone, it was the members of the church, the mothers, the deaconesses, the evangelists, they were very, very strict. So, yeah, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, give me a call now if you have any of these stories.
And them coming at the church, come pray, them a show our breast, leg and tie. Me a say, be your breast, leg and tie. Baba up, be your breast, leg and tie. Every time them coming at the church, come pray, them a show our breast, leg and tie. When me say, be your breast, leg and tie. Baba up, be your breast, leg and tie. Every time them coming at the church, come pray, them a show our breast.
All right, let me see if I can go back to some of what what they were talking about to see if I can pick up on
Bandage.
So now we have in the Bahamas. I was shocked to see the size of the hats. If you behind it, you can hardly see. Yes, I know about them. Mm-hmm.
I know those hats.
Good morning, Dion, and so on. Now you and I know that rules apply everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And there are certain do's and don'ts. We hold the sanctuary in which we enter to worship God. We hold it very dear and in high esteem. Because we certainly know that if you extend, if you extend the options to people too wide, there are some people who will never know where to draw the line. And they will kind of go overboard. If you walk into a church sometimes, whether member or non-member, you yourself may look at somebody and say, how she wear that come here, or how him not the same pants too tight, or something like that. I personally, I wear pants to church. I wear pantsuits. I wear tops and bottoms, but I'm very conscious of how snug the pants may be. If I put on a pants and I'm like, Denise, that I take that off and I will wear something more loose fitting. Not only that, I will wear a blazer over or my top.
That covers the bottom,
Yes, but I am not walking into the sanctuary inappropriately dressed. Now, when I was in Jamaica, so most people know I wear pants to church, and most people know I am a pants person.
All right, I want you to listen to this particular scenario that Lady D was giving. I want you to listen to this one carefully.
Right.
I wear pants a lot. And when you see me show up in a dress or a skirt, me good just the same.
Right.
But I know where to draw the line. I'm not because I like to wear pants am I going to know at this age and stage, just show up in something and you better just take it. So that's a no-no. And sometimes we are not conscious enough to say, well, my dress may be too tight. Here's so bulgy. My underwear is not appropriately fitted and suited to the contours of my body. So why you think sometimes they have to implement certain guidelines is because they know that we can push the envelope and not dress ourselves properly.
Appropriately.
Yes, because even when I was in Jamaica, we in my corporate life, we have pantsuits. If I have to go to church after, because most time we go on a church after work. There is something to be done. You're involved and so on. You're strutting in your uniform and we look snazzy and stuff. And it bothered people. Years, and I would wear it to Sunday school. I'm conducting service. I'm doing to church. I'm conducting service, moderating. May I sing and stuff. And it became a bother to some people, to the point where my pastor, very intelligent man, I guess he was so pressed by these people. He called me into a meeting and explaining to me that, people are concerned that I am, and I may wear pants and so on. And I listened, and then I said to myself, how should I respond to this here now? When me go answer, say, because me no won't come off,
Right.
Is my pastor talking to me? But I had to say to him, who are these people? What age group do they fall in? And I know it was
so you asking those questions?
Yeah. And I know at the end of the discussion, it was the senior people some of them who had no problem, deeply religious thinking kind of people that they couldn't do. But other than the pants, they never had no other issues with me. So I said to him, hey, I don't walk in here in anything that is not fitting. So me not going to stop wear the pants. Me not going to stop wear it. And I told him I will always be coming palazzo, always in style. Me even added some Bigfoot looking something.
Yeah, man, some palazzo pants,
tailored pants. And I kept wearing it. I had to say to him, you're going to allow these people. You have a problem with me coming in here in a pants? No, Denise. I say, okay then. And you're my pastor.
Right.
And so I didn't stop. I didn't stop.
Yes.
I didn't stop. I kept wearing it. I'm not the kind of person who's going to have no face off.
No,
absolutely.
I'm not doing that. And I'm not going in the pulpit to go channel some kind of.
Hello, talk to me. You're live on the radio. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how are
you? I was just listening in on your program, and the question you're asking is about, whether or not the dressing was, if I've ever had any issues. I personally have not had an issue in terms of someone coming up to me and telling me what I should wear or what I shouldn't wear to church. But I'll tell you this. I did not, I was raised in the Ground of Truth Church, Pentecostal. And by the time I got to about 16 years old, I deviated from that. And the reason I deviated from it and went to the Catholic Church is because the Catholic Church did not have those same restrictions, right? You go to church, you wear your hair out. Nobody's bothering you about whether or not your hair is pressed, permed, not permed, heads covered. You wear your pants to church. Nobody is bothering you about what kind of pants you're wearing. In fact, oh my God, Sundays was bliss for us because that was the day we got to dress up like crazy and go to church, and no one cared about it. So the truth of the matter is, I think that what the certain bodies of Christianity did and maybe even today continue to do is alienate certain types of people. They alienate younger people. based on a dress code. Again, I understand it. It's cultural. It's the value of the actual, the organization. That's their value. And you can't really take that away because that's what the church is built on. So what I say is, if it's going to be a problem for me, then I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to go there. So if they're talking about winning souls and having people come in, and, that is something that they possibly could look at. But based on Lady B's experience that she was talking about, truly speaking, I don't think that I need to be stressed out like that just because of what I am wearing. Why is it so important about what women are wearing? Why is it not important what men are wearing? Men wear tight pants. Nobody talks to them. Wear tight shirts. Nobody's saying anything about it. So why is it so important about the dress that a woman is wearing, or how close it is, or if her legs are showing, or if her thighs are showing? Why is it so important? I need for somebody to explain that to me because I've never truly understood it.
Well, some of it has to do with some interpretation of scriptures in the Bible, and Grace was kind of pointing to some of it. But overall, I think a lot of it is just misconception. Now, I personally believe that you should dress moderately whether you are a male or a female. That's just my belief, because certain kinds of dressing is definitely going to be distracting. Now, and I say distracting because, all right, let's play devil's advocate here for a moment. You have a woman coming into church or going into any space whatsoever, and she is showing cleavage and she's showing legs. Now, whether we want to admit it or not, it's going to be distracting. It's going to be distracting to the men around her. It's going to be distracting to the females around her, because some females will find it as a turnoff, and it's just in your face and whatever. So yes, some people will find that a way, especially we're talking about a church setting where that, okay, you're supposed to go there in reverence and whatever. Now, again, I say, whether we like it or not, men are going to be men. And even if you're a minister, you still do not leave your manhood at the door when you go into church. So, yes, if you see a woman and she dressed a certain way, it is going to be distracting. Now, I play a very significant role in my church. And sometimes from my vantage point, looking down in the pew, certain kinds of dressing, you just have to just kind of turn your head in order for you not to be distracted. So I get that part of it. So apart from that part of it, outside of that, and I believe that men and women, and I give you another example of a male this time around. Why I say it should be equally, whatever we're distributing out shouldn't be just about the females. I was at church one Sunday. This was years ago. And we were having prayer, and people came up for prayers and whatever. And this guy came up, and he had on a very tight pants. You know how they're wearing the tight pants these days. And I, as a man, I was embarrassed. Believe me. There was absolutely nothing that was left to the imagination.
But why did it make you feel embarrassed?
Why did it make me feel embarrassed?
Yeah.
Because people don't, it is not the norm for people to walk around and just show their parts. And that's basically what he
that
was
is your
doing.
perception, right? That's your perception. Your perception has become your reality. Here's the thing: the gentleman that was wearing that tight pants, if he was uncomfortable wearing those pants, he would not have worn them. So what he has done is he has put himself together, and in his mind, I am going to church, and this is me looking 100% fly. Now, the people around him are looking at him, and they are the ones with the problem because they're the ones who are feeling uncomfortable. He does not feel uncomfortable. So I'm saying this to say we cannot, or we should not, allow the action of someone else to determine how we feel. And that is why we propagate, we transfer our feelings onto these people, saying, okay, well, she needs to dress a certain way so that I don't become uncomfortable. Why are you uncomfortable with the way that I am dressed? I'm comfortable with it. If you are feeling discomfort or distracted, it means you need to go into yourself and figure out, how do I become comfortable with just seeing people, not sexualizing them, not looking at them and thinking, oh my God, this one is way too sexy. Oh, this one's shirt is too showing too much cleavage. I could look at you. I could look at a woman with her cleavage out, and it would not bother me. It's like I'm looking at a baby. I don't really care. But that is because I am able to see it that way. Now, this is me talking from my perspective. I hear what you're saying about how other people perceive these situations. I guess what I would like people to take away from this is that we need to get to a place where we're no longer judging other people, to the point where we can see them and they've come into the house of God. What we need to do is embrace them. Maybe they'll get with it later, but rather many denominations, they come to cover you up. Or somebody's coming to talk to you about, well, you don't look so appropriate. How dare you tell me that I'm inappropriate?
I did mention that part of it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening when you were talking about that. So yeah, I get where you're coming from, and I didn't want to cut you off, but I kind of wanted to shed some light on just the differences in the way that we see things. And culturally as well. If you look in the Indian culture, when the women wear their saris, half of their body is exposed. They go to pray that way, and no one thinks anything of it because that's their cultural garment, right? So some of it sometimes is actually the cultural values that we were raised with, and that's the reason, you still hear people saying, well, I don't think you should come to church wearing that kind of clothing or whatever. It's a cultural thing. If we go to a different part of the world, it'll be looked upon very differently. Just like if you go to a mosque, the women are covered, their head is covered, their whole body is covered. You don't see their feet, right? Again, that's also another cultural thing. So I'm not saying don't say it or say it. I'm just putting my 2 cents on.
Yeah, that's good. That's why we're having the discussion. I mean, you give your opinion, and we take it for what it's worth. And I'm quite sure that somebody who hear you may disagree with you very strongly. You know what I mean? But that's what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember not being able to pierce my ears because it's not Christian. Like, dude, I was just like, forget about that. I'm going to the Catholic Church. I can do anything I want.
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that because that was a topic from what Lady D spoke about.
Yeah.
The piercing of the ears, that was one thing they spoke about, that you couldn't do in certain churches and whatever. But yeah, very interesting. Thank you very much, Ingrid.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one. Thank you for calling in.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, very interesting take there from Ingrid. I think she covered the gamut very well. She touched on every little thing right there. So, do you have any experience? Any of you? Do you have any experience growing up, like going to church, and as we spoke about, people coming up to you, covering you up because they think that you were too sexy or you were too your hair wasn't covered and they have to throw something over your hair or whatever it is. You can still give me a call. It's 7:39. Getting out of here at the top of the hour. Very interesting topic here. Very, very interesting topic. I love it. Love it.
Goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest night, you are close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Hey, 'cause all my life you have been faithful. Does anybody else have that testimony today? All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Come on, hallelujah. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender.
Good evening to everyone. I am giving God thanks for His goodness and His mercies. The writer declared His grace and mercy brought us through, and we are living this moment. It's all because of Him. And for that, I want to thank Him and praise Him too for His grace and His mercies that has brought me through. I'm here to reminisce on church. As a child growing up in the church, we can relate to the topic. To share some of our experiences, good times. We have fun memories of church, worship, Sunday school, etc. For instance, memorable moment within the church. As we grew up in the youth meeting, we have two groups and there is always competition and we are always striving. Each group is always striving to be first. We have key features each night, whether Bible drill, Bible walk, scramble word, whatever the topic is, it's always a competition, and we're always trying to do our best to be the better team. And that also prepares for life, because whatever we want in life, we have to strive and work to achieve it. Amen. For Sunday school, it's the same thing. We use it was not a competition, but we have to study, as the word of God says, study to show ourselves, study to show ourselves approved, right to divide in the word. We have to study the word, we try to understand it, and they always instruct us to be loving, to be kind, and to grow in grace. And then for Sunday school, one of our main highlights, a memorable moment we always culminate with an outing in August. And in our youthful years, this was such an experience in our church, in all our churches, because outing is something for everybody. And at one stage we used to be in uniform. We were like little brigade, and going out on our outing. We were so immaculate, and I mean, we feel so happy. And we all, after going to several places, we always ended up at Hope Zoo. That was our final stage where we would have lunch and relax, and then come home so refreshed. And I mean, it was such a nice feeling that when they're coming home, oh my God, a lot of parents did not go on the trip, so when they come, the parents were all lined out waiting for their children. And it was such a fun time. I remember also we used to have bazaar. This was something connected to all the churches where we'll have different stalls. Each church will have stall, and it is on a competitive basis also. Decoration. Whose stall is decorated the best, most attractive, most valuable, and the judges will go, and there will also be competition with students for the Sunday school. I remember at one point there was competition. In this competition, the student who knows all the golden texts for the year would gain a prize. Oh my God, that was the high point for the bazaar. And there was this girl, I can't remember her name, she was not from our church. She was able to say the golden text, where it is found, the chapter and the verse, for one entire year, 52 weeks. And I mean, it was such a blessing. And so we give God that. Who is that?
You're the answer to it all.
It's open.
Jesus. You wipe away all tears. You mend the broken heart. You're the answer to it all. To it all. Jesus.
Yeah, that was a voice note, ladies and gentlemen, coming from out of Jamaica. And somebody just reminiscing on the good times. Back then, way back when, in church. And I think she was just talking about all the good times and the things that used to happen back then. You hear the dogs barking in the background. What's it? You hear the dogs barking in the background. But I tell you, Jamaica is a unique place, people. You know that, though. Here's a lady recording the voice note, and the dogs just wouldn't shut up. I tell you, we would give her a chance, eh? Well, anyway, it is 7:49 and counting. getting out of here at the top of the hour. I want to say thank you all for sticking around this afternoon. It has been fun. I enjoyed your company.
I love you.
Here's hoping that you're going to be back here with me next week, Sunday. We're going to do it all over again. But in the meantime, I want you to keep it locked.
I've been held in your hand.
Hey, Mr. Nash. Mr. Nash is going to be on... as soon as we change the time back, we're in Jamaica in a couple of weeks. I don't remember when they're going to change it. But in a couple of weeks, we're in Jamaica is going to be back on the same time zone, So we won't have to be skipping around and skipping here and skipping there or whatever, But after this program, there will be another program coming up on NRP Media JA. I want you to check it out. It's going to be on Mr. Nash's YouTube and Facebook. I want you to check it out at Leon Nash, Leaon, Leon Nash, Nash on Facebook. All right, check it out.
I love your voice.
That's gonna be in another hour from now. It's 7:50 right now, my time, which is 6:50 down there in Jamaica.
In darkest night, you are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand.
This beautiful, beautiful song here. I could listen to this all day. You know that, right?
Till I lay my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to share the YouTube link with your friends and family, and just have them subscribe. Those who have not yet subscribed. But here's the thing: we want to get the YouTube page to a place where we start to monetize it. Right? We have to get to at least 1,000. We're nowhere near 1,000, right? Now, once we start to monetize it, we're going to be able to develop the station much, much more. And there are programs that we want to put in place to help people. We've been helping, and we've been doing a lot behind the scenes, things that we haven't spoken about, and we've been assisting people in Jamaica and stuff like that. But if we grow a little bit more and we're making more money, it means that we will be able to do much, much more for the less fortunate. That is our mission here, to help people as we go along. Because the songwriter says, if I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. And I'm quite sure that you don't want your living to be in vain. And from time to time, I'm going to be bothering you to make a contribution here and there. But in the meantime, what I want you to do, more than anything else, is to get people to sign up. So those of you who are listening right now, if you can, over the next week, dedicate yourself to having 5 people, each one of you, dedicate yourself to having 5 persons sign up. And if you can do that every week, get somebody, not just when you are on a Sunday. Make it your duty. Do your homework. I know you love the station. I know you want to see us grow, but you have to do some of the work for me too. Yeah? Get somebody else to sign up. You know what I mean? Yeah, go when you go to work. Hey, how about you signing up to this YouTube channel? It's a gospel station. My friend Chris Wilby is on a Sunday. You can tune in and see if it's something that you like. But in the meantime, why don't you just subscribe to the channel and hit the notification? Yeah, do that. 5, if you can do that, 5 people this week. Promise me that you're going to have 5 people. You're going to try to have 5 people. Each one of you who are listening in right now, you're going to try to get 5 persons to subscribe to the YouTube channel and see where we go from there. Right? We want to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. Let's see if we can do that. The year, it's just right around the corner, you know. But let's see if we can do that, no? I would love that for a Christmas present. We said that last year. I said last year that I wanted to reach 500 for by the end of the year. I was still not close to that yet. Right now, I am upping that. I'm upping the ante. I want 1,000. And I'm not going to pay some people to make it look like I have 1,000 and I don't have 1,000. I want to... it's supposed to be organic. Yeah? I want it to be organic. I want the growth to be organic. So, let's see if we can dedicate this week to signing up some people, having some people subscribe. Can you do that for me? CeCe Winans singing of the goodness of God. Let us hear some more of CeCe Winans singing of the goodness of God. Do you want to sing of the goodness of God? Has He done anything for you to make you just want to sing? My.
Oh, yes, you have.
What a God, what a God, what a God, what a God. Glory, hallelujah, somebody. Singing of the goodness. The goodness, the goodness, the goodness of God.
I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Oh, thank you very much, DNA. You promised I will get 5 new subscribers this week. Oh boy. Anybody else making that promise? That I'll get 5 more from your end? Come on, let's do it, people. Let's do it. We can do it. So next week when we come, I want to see at least 220 people. And then let's take it step by step, right?
Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running.
Hey, Grace, that's not the best. That's not I don't like that, Grace. I don't like that talk, I go send it out and see what is happening. Hope for the best. No, man. Come on, man. You can do better than that, Grace. You can do better than that, Grace. I don't want you to send... Grace, listen. I don't want you to send it out. I want you to go to them. I want you to carry the phone. Huh? Yeah, man. Carry the phone to them, man. Find it. I've done that, I've done that, though. I have been talking to somebody, and... I mean, I don't do it to everybody I talk to be honest with you. I mean, I don't try to push it on people like that. But if I'm having a conversation with somebody who I think that might be interested, I would like to say, hey, I have a YouTube channel, and you think you can subscribe? And yeah, they always subscribe. And I will just say, oh, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. I go on my phone, I bring it up, and I say, hey, here it is. Yeah, let me share it with you. Boom, I share it, and they, oh yeah, I can subscribe, and yeah, they do it. So yes, man, it works. Works. I've proven it. So, Grace, you can do better than that. I don't want you to tell me that you go share it and see what happens. No. Your friends. Talk to your friends. Talk to your friends, man. When they come and visit you, or when you go visit them, or yeah, man. Put it on the top of your head. Write it down, all of you. It's an assignment that I'm giving you this week to grow the channel. Grow the channel. We want to see the channel growing significantly by the end of the year. All right? That's my challenge.
Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after. Oh yeah, it's running after me. Oh yeah, your goodness is running after. It's running after me. With my life.
Your goodness is running after me. Before I go, ladies and gentlemen, there was also a news article coming out of Jamaica. I think it was in the Jamaica Gleaner, where the Justice Minister, Mr. Delroy Chuck, was saying that the government is going to now have to sell off some properties and I don't know, distribute the money or whatever. That they have come in contact with some monies from people who have died without a will. Yeah, people are still doing that in Jamaica. People are dying without a will. So, if you know of anybody in Jamaica, or if you're in Jamaica and you have not yet made a will, or if you're in America and you have not yet made a will, make a will. It's important, so that your wealth can be distributed and go to the correct people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me for this another Sunday. I want to say thank you again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And may God continue to bless, guide, and keep you. And I will see you back here next week, Sunday. In the meantime, take care of your beautiful selves and walk good.